On March 31st and April 21st, 2019, Ukrainians participated in the presidential election. Both domestic and international observers deemed that the election was held in competitive manner and with respect to fundamental freedoms. But what do Ukrainians think about the elections? With the support of the United States Agency for International Development, Global Affairs Canada, and UK Aid, the International Foundation for Electoral Systems, IFES, works with national partners to support democratic governance in Ukraine and around the world. In May through June 2019, IFES, together with Kyiv International Institute of Sociology, conducted a national survey on electoral matters in all regions of Ukraine. According to its results, 85% of Ukrainians also assess the presidential election as free and fair. 83% think that the results of the election accurately reflect the way people voted, a whopping 54% increase from December 2018. A majority of Ukrainians, 78%, are satisfied with how the election was administered. Due to a large margin of victory, almost 49%, official election results did not raise any doubts in society. After the presidential elections, 71% of Ukrainians trust in the ability of the Central Election Commission to organize credible elections. This is 30% more than before the presidential election. After the presidential election, Ukrainians are more positive about their role in the decision-making process. 52% of Ukrainians prefer democracy to any other form of government. 60% of Ukrainians assume that voting gives them the chance to influence decision-making in the country, compared to 38% in 2018. 45% of Ukrainians believe that they have a role to play in solving the problems of their country, which constitutes a 16% increase from 2018. Further progress of democratic development will be contingent on better participation of underrepresented groups in politics. Among 44 candidates in the 2019 presidential elections, only 4 were women. As of June 2019, less than 12% of the parliament are women, one of the lowest percentages in Europe and in the world. Ukrainians want better representation of women in politics, as 62% support measures to increase the number of women in politics. 64% of Ukrainians do not see gender as an important factor in choosing candidates, meaning that Ukrainian voters accept both men and women in these roles. People with disabilities face obstacles to their full participation in elections. 95% of Ukrainians continue to strongly support the realization of their political rights. Internally displaced persons are another population group whose electoral rights are limited. 90% of Ukrainians believe that internally displaced persons should have the same electoral rights as other citizens and vote where they currently live. The forthcoming parliamentary election could become another milestone in Ukraine's democratic progress. But it will depend on the participation of the citizens of Ukraine. Cast your vote on July 21st.